Welcome back, guys, to yet another New World video on this channel. Today we are going to go over a couple different alternatives to mounting a new world. Now, before we get into any of the juicy stuff, make sure you guys drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel because it greatly helps me out. But let's get straight into it. So something that a lot of people have been talking about lately is going to be the whole mount discussion, right? Should we have mounts in New World? Should we not have mounts in New World? And my personal opinion is going to be, at the moment, I don't think it fits the game. I definitely think that it's very good that we just have to run around, and also because of all the fast travel points, we can easily access the entirety of the map, right? Especially also now with Outpost Rush being out, and we can have a lot easier access to a lot of Azov, and it's going to be, you know, a little bit easier to travel around the map. But when we are going to expand upon the map, as you can see, there are multiple different zones that are going to be uncovered up here, and as also, you know, with leaks that are going around. So when we do get to that point, I would love to see some of these updates. Now, the first one that I would really love it, and I saw this from a guy that commented on a post about the mount discussion. I don't remember his name. If I find it, I'll make sure to link the name down in the description below. But what he talked about is going to be the fact that, like, you can upgrade a city. You're going to be able to say, okay, well, we can get different bonuses in the city that we can actually you know, make better. You can see the lumberjack spirit, increase logging quantity by 20% for 3 days, or farmer's harvest, miner's resolve, hunter's bounty, something like this, but with movement speed. So what he said is going to be, oh, well, if you're on a road, so if you're on a road like this, as you can see here on the map, you get 20% increased movement speed. So you run 20% faster if you're running on a road in that specific zone. And I think that was a really nice little thing, and I think that could really increase the speeds of, you know, obviously people traveling between the different cities and the different settlements. Now, the secondary thing that I have been thinking about myself is going to be something that could also be included in the PvP events, and that would be carts. Now, what do I mean by carts? I mean that you're going to have some place in the city where you're going to be like, okay, well, in 2 days this cart is going to leave for another city, right? So let's say we're in Everfall and this cart is going to leave for Windsward. Now, you could obviously make those times much smaller, but let's say it's a PvP event, right? You could say, oh, if you defend this cart going from Everfall to Windsward, well, then you have an opportunity to use the cart traveling back and forth between those two cities for, like, let's say a day, right? So if you win the PvP event, then you have access to faster traveling between two cities that are right next to each other. And then that would actually potentially even increase the open world PvP if you see carts going back and forth, right? Now, this is obviously something that would have to be fully fleshed out, and it's a very, you know, it's probably a pretty complex idea, but I'd love to hear what your guys' thoughts are about something like that, like a PvP system. It doesn't even have to be a PvP system. It could be like the increase the movement speed. We could have an option of improving the lifestyle, so it could be like for 3 days you have access to using a cart between the next aligning cities. So if you're in Everfall, you can use a cart to Monarchs, Windsward, Reekwater, Weaver's Fen, Brightwood, or Ebonscale, and then this cart would be a little faster than running yourself. Now, the third thing that I'd like to go over as well is going to be something that we could also bring into trade skills. Now, I would say that maybe in a city you could have some place that was like a stable, and what you could do is you could rent a horse and you would pay some money to obviously the governing company, and then they would rent you a horse, and this horse you could only use on main roads and you could not take it off roading, right? So you would have to pick up a horse in a city and then go to another city and drop it off, or take it to the other city, and then take it all the way back and drop it off. So we don't have the magical appearing of a mount randomly out in the world, so that actually closes off the opportunity of ruining something like PvP or ruining the world feel. Because I feel like that would actually give a very, very nice and increasingly fun RP element to the game as well. And that is something, again, talking about the trade skills, we could potentially even add in like another part of leatherworking. You could be I don't know, like an animal carer or something, or you could add more stuff onto the actual leatherworking, what do you call it? The leatherworking or the armoring, or I don't even know what would fit, but like to make satchels or like specific gear for horses, so they are, you know, to make them faster, or to make them carry more weight. Like, let's say you could, on this horse, or if it was a donkey or something, you could make it carry something for you as well, so you could take specific wares to another city with you, or you know, there are a lot of different things that this game could definitely take. And I definitely agree with the fact that I don't feel like this game really fits the whole, I guess, the normal MMORPG feel of a mount, that you can just have a mount, that you can summon it randomly out in the world. I really don't think it would fit that good with the style of this game. So that's why I kind of wanted to go over a couple different, you know, a couple different ideas for alternative ways of using something like a mounting system in this game. But let me know what you guys thought of it. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any other ideas, if you want to expand on anything that I talked about in this video, make sure that you drop it down in the comments below. I'd love to talk about it. I'd love to discuss it. And maybe we can even put together a well thought out post for the devs to look at, and maybe in the future we can see one of the potential ideas be turned into reality. But that's gonna be it for this video. That's all I have. And yeah, make sure you guys drop a like on the video, and also subscribe to the channel because it helps me out greatly. But that is going to be it for this video. So until the next one, see you guys.